Ceannach dá hórta is ag na lead Síntir Kelly agus Galvin agus ag tastal.
Tá sé chúnir éis de aglan á facamir an ceann dénach tá buachlí Loch Garman tu go tréachta níl trua ná trócaire ag Galvin Roimh tá agus mar a dúiríis na cineirí an nach a haine is.
Sin é go dtíach é iad ag teach an cín. Anna chuir fád imrí ag Galvin Lord Parker.
Scór mór a sethe seo an gláran is dó i fithe ach tá sár iirecht dianta ag Loch Garman. Fiúnar bhíon chumar sciil go bheith portseinte an ar an náis go láid ar daim siad ag trí cín de chúil agus ní minic i chéalann na chláirínig trí cínig an levéalsa bhfuil éon eile bhfuil an ceathrú ceann mar beise tastáil na Loch Garman. Nólan dirigh brúchar a chanar Clare é sin diantaige Tá MacDonald istigh méle chúile feheh ísisiil an trosa feitiige MacDonald nach lech. Féidir cumán a luasca sárathaige thógan istigh. Well, deisina ceannaí go chéad an líana lán tosaigh sin an báideoir ábhar do gháibh trosan.
Well, tá MacDonald dúis sa dara le féchan sin bhí go lóla don aige chun an seant sin áil agus rinne sé go man ar a chas sé ar dhéisin sin agus annach chábháil ar fád ag cítógan.
Mar a cén sibh tá míid san nómat dearnach don gluthe úntaach sa tá Jarlath Calvin mithe de idan an chláir agus tá Shane O'Brien ochlún lár a takeisteach caiise de chavisteach a míle bháide na cumáine luasca na láimh i ggéirí nádas na spíortha acha ádathe leis i ggéid Galvin a rééis tíocha sin ceap me gur sé cortathe ach fuineh siar amach go herbal sa bhar steach ísisiil a dro bháide Cunningham a teachtacha é sin feitanta agus plantaige Loch Garmanach má ó haintún lábnúachtar i Galvin tá inráid ann na gcónaí Put his jack again, right, put his legs are for rail. A bhfuil on the Tony Kelly bheith an darna duine ó Club Vile é chuna bheith ina chaptain buachach éan an chláir bheith bblianas fethe tá go dain agus tá trí cína sa chéile puite ag an glár. Fe Stuart Tony Kelly, Colin Galvin, na lead na half ágant agus dúirt Jerry O'Connor mis go go ó card muoinecha seo ar lí bachlániad bachlánamánaíochta iad agus bhí Bert Wahanamon agus Siachatson Donald Maloney ar rinne don mert agus tá gaisce dianta chu tá trí cína sa chéile agus tá an tainú chluthe ceannis coige búirte ag an glár Jerry an son Jerry O'Connor i ceiliúr anis. Fer a bhíon dingeáilte gcónaí agus ardchluthe rééis den commórtasa orthaige bord gáis energy is anna bheith hepan sharing tugann sé drama a gcónaí siar amach go herbal agus corcaigh búdar cheiricín leo 6 go hocarí 7 hain tá trícinna sa chéile bud.
Corn Cashel a bhronna ar captain an chlár Tony Kelly cógáir agus Tony.
Look, where do you even start? You've had 3 years at this. Tonight, an absolutely magical night for Clare.
Yeah, a special night for Clare, and I suppose that we weren't talking all week at a 3 in a row, and I suppose it won't really sink in maybe till tomorrow or the day after. But I suppose what a way to cap off our underage career for us who are left under 21.
There was talk during the week, Tony, of a lack of hunger or a question about hunger maybe. I'd say that got to the players because it was reflected there tonight.
Oh, we're starving always down in Clare. We always look to win stuff, and I think hunger is not a question with this panel of players, and I suppose it doesn't even have to be mentioned by the management team. We just want to win every day we go out, and today was no different. It was just a win is all we wanted.
I know that you mentioned your colleague Garrod O'Connell, who tragically lost his father there last week. I mean, it was a very difficult and I'd say an emotional dressing room in there.
Yeah, look at I suppose it's such an age for the guy. I suppose his father passed away last Wednesday night, and he was out poking the ball, getting ready on Thursday morning. That's just dedication that lad has. And I suppose he came into training on Sunday night, and I suppose he's just attitude towards training and everything and life in general just I suppose inspired the rest of us. And if anything, I think it brought us closer together, the whole panel, and I suppose such goes the character of the man to come through something like that and to tug out for Clare this evening.
I would it's a great way to finish your career. Under 21 Tony is tú leach na himmerha agus an ladóg seo Jaden Sheevers and seo leach na himmerha a bhronna earth cóhardachas. Congratulations. I don't know where we begin to start. The traits and characteristics of this team, we've spoken about them over the years, Donal. Character, strength, bravery, skill, you had it all and you showed it again tonight.
We definitely needed it because I thought Wexford were absolutely fantastic. We had braced ourselves for an incredible game, and it turned out like that. I mean, we just couldn't get away from them, and Wexford should be really, really proud of that team because they have some superb hurlers, but more importantly than that, they have a never say die attitude as well, right? They just kept coming at us. So, but our guys they really did us proud tonight, and I think the last 10 days has been exceptionally difficult. We try and speak about resilience and courage quite a lot, and for Garrod O'Connell and the people in Ballyea, and the O'Connell family, hopefully tonight will give them some level of consolation. I know they've always been proud of Garrod O'Connell in Ballyea, but I mean the mental resolve he showed to come out tonight and play as he did was just outstanding.
And for the team itself as a unit, I suppose they would have been forgiven. A lot of these players have been involved, 5 of them indeed, for the last 3 years. Several more involved last year and this year. That appetite to renew it and to keep coming back time after time in this knockout competition, no second chances, how does that all come together?
Well, I know there are no second chances, and I suppose Jerry and Jimmy and Paul and myself have been very, very fortunate to arrive at a time when we had a generation of young men that were exceptional athletes, but more importantly than that, they were always willing to learn. And we used to always challenge them as when they were minors about leaving an All-Ireland behind them, and they had the leadership qualities in that to actually get over the line, and they worked very hard at it, off the field as well as on the field, and they really needed it tonight because Wexford were absolutely sensational. And I think the other factor here as well is that we've been fortunate to be able to use a lot of lads that have very great senior experience, and we have 11, 12 guys there that have been part of the senior panel under Davy and Mike Deegan and Louis over the last year or so, and that has been a huge help as well in terms of development of these guys.
And ask you finally, there's a small bit of the end of an era about this because some of these big players, the senior players, are moving on. What happens now? Do you guys take up the reins again? Are you going to keep going with the younger group of players come through?
Well, we'll have to think about that. We honestly have never spoken about it, to be quite honest. All over the last few weeks, the only focus was tonight. And look, we love doing this. If we can work with a bunch of guys, it isn't always about medals and trophies, right? The day will come, right? Okay, when days like this won't be possible in Clare, and but some of those days are just as satisfying as well if you can help some guys along the way. So we'll see. We'll talk about it in the next few weeks.
All right, Cohort agus Donal Maloney go míle maigad fair play. Bhí ver house reached okay Donal Maloney mar sin.
To see Tony Kelly and Colin Galvin and Liam Ryan and these fellas, Jack Guiney, Conor MacDonald and Russ Clark as well came in to kind of show themselves as a man. The game was fantastic, up and down the pitch. Clare have a lot of stuff coming. They're going to be involved again next year. Senior. Most of these lads are on the senior panel anyway. But like Galvin and Tony Kelly, the understanding they had between other days, like the balls they can give not 30 or 40 yards passes, 10 or 15 and then bang over the bar, they're just unreal. But
we'll look at that in a minute, yeah. But you were saying there was a kind of key turning point early on.
Number 13, young Clark, gets onto a ball here, cuts into it, and it's totally like here he's 15 actually, has a shot, hits the upright, comes back out. Now that's very hard. Now comes to MacDonald, comes back out across this way, blocked again by Cleary. Again, Conor, he gets on it again, and he crosses the ball here, could have gone anywhere. And again, watch this, as it comes back across here. Who gets it here? Galvin. Little flick out here. Who's here? Kelly. Now watch this. Little flick. No, that's his partner there. He's going to give it up the pitch, a long ball. Now O'Donnell gets the ball up here. That he shouldn't have won. Well, he wins it well, but he takes 2 backs out. Look, goes in, turns back here, and takes the 2 of them away, and then flicks across the ball here to Reedy. Nothing else in his mind, back of the net. It's a big turnaround. Like, instead of being a goal for Wexford, which the game really needed, or which Wexford really needed, it turned out to be a goal for Clare. They are clinical, but that's the way they work from defence to attack. Now here's Foley coming through, hits a rocket, beat, like, I don't know, the goalie gets with a little flick, comes back across, like, and it actually winds up in the Wexford net. Now that was a terrible turning point here. Young Cleary, who wasn't picked last night, didn't play the last, was injured, played from the football part of the county, played centre back, good player as well. Like, but Clare deserved to win. It was a great game, but Wexford will get a lot out of it as well. They were kind of unlucky that it was a Clare team that good there in the final. Yeah,
you were singing the praises of a couple of Clare fellas, Tony Kelly in particular.
Yeah, which are Tony Kelly and Galvin. Like, Tony Kelly from Ballyea, like, this guy is like a... He's like a ballerina, really. Like, he plays centre forward, but he's kind of all over the pitch. Like, look at this for skill. Like, up the pitch, goes onto his favourite left side, has both sides, bang over the bar. Every time they needed a score, or they want to do something again, watch this now here. This again, another one over the bar. He looks effortless. Now, he's being marked, there's markers on him, but you think there's no one on him. Again, goes through the tackle, high tackle there, doesn't stop, and doesn't look back over the bar. And also, he gets onto a lot. Look at this little flick pass here. Look, on his favourite left side, he can go up along the left, and he, keeps his eye on the ball. And again, that's when he's striking, keeps his eye on the ball as well. This guy got 7 points from play last night. Like, he's just unreal. Here he's cutting through again. I thought he was going to pass it that time. Again, off the left shoulder over the bar. Now, most of them on the left side. He's well kept on the right side as well. To me, like, he's back to the form he was. And like himself and Galvin, who plays midfield, plays for Clare Club, this guy's back in the groove again. He's kind of
let's have a look at him as well. Because
he's kind of in a bubble. He seems to float around everywhere, but he's always on the ball, and he's fantastic to make scores and get scores. Here he is here. Again, you think he's a clone of Kelly. Favourite left side, bang over the bar. I think he got 4 from play last night, but it wasn't just the scores he got, Des. He was a linked player all night. Goes around the tackle here, has a little look up, and again, when they're striking, the big thing is these guys don't look at the post, and over there they keep the eye on the ball. Last night, like, the two of them ran the team. I know everyone else is very good too, but again, gets it back over the bar. Like, you couldn't explain what to do. He was taking balls from the full back line, full forward, and going up and down the pitch all night. Very hard to pick him up because he's picked midfield, but he roams all over the pitch. And, like, they're two great players that Clare can look forward to, plus a lot more. But, like, Wexford will get a lot over as well, but these two are in a different class.
Well, Margaret Darcy, as a Wexford woman, there are plenty of positives.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, we're very proud of Hurling and Camogie County, and equally at football as well. Like, they've brought the under-21s have brought a renewed energy to the whole county setup. It's great going down there, and there's flags all over the county and the streets, and it's really a kind of a new sense of pride even that the under-21 the lads have installed, and we're all very proud of them down there, and they're going to be the next future seniors, so like, it's going to be a really couple of exciting years ahead for Wexford.
Good. There was one interesting chat we had earlier, Jill, relative to the attendances at, say, Camogie finals and under-21, because a few years ago, in a practice that has been discontinued, the under-21 men's hurling final was played with the Camogie finals, and you were involved in those. You had a particular interest in the day, and you liked